2 hours. Yeah, it started 2 hours. Well, I'm just saying.
I gotta make sure everything's alright. I'm not stuck to stop no man. I gotta go get everything's on me.
Okay, guys, welcome back to Saturday. We didn't feel like waking up. We just chilled, guys. So we're having a chill conversation. I'm having a chill conversation with. He said I shouldn't call you my friend. He clearly said I'm not his friend. But with like, he's like a peer mentor of mine. Like a starter of many things, a trailblazer of notes, if I may add that.
We're friends. We're friends.
We all friends. You guys have made it to the friendship level. I just want to talk about just the startup journey, for entrepreneurship, for varsity, money, finances. So this series, we're just gonna call it Mind Your Biz. We're gonna call it that. And yeah, guys, we're just speaking around all of that. We're gonna have different people throughout the weeks that we're gonna talk to, that we're gonna chat with about entrepreneurship. So call all your entrepreneurship friends, because Ziawa on this channel. So yeah, okay. So let's let Udiketo introduce himself. Where are you from? Who are you? And your voice, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Okay.
And excuse us, Mrs. Papa, because we're drinking wine. Yes.
So yeah, like she said, my name is Diketo. Where am I from? So I grew up in Mpumalanga, and then I came up to Joburg in 2010. And yeah, went to varsity at Vets, did mining engineering. Home is Boxback, Israel. So we're from there.
Foslo,
Same
hala. Okay.
It's not so far.
And please let us know about your varsity journey. You mentioned you were in Vets.
Okay, so at first I wanted to be a pilot.
Okay.
And then I didn't qualify
know
for the
that.
test.
Never would have guessed.
So yeah, and then decided let me go to varsity because I love rocks, and that's when I started to apply for mining engineering. Then I decided I think I wanna follow my investments passion.
Okay, where does the investment passion come from?
So I would say my late grandmother introduced me to it.
Is it how?
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
interesting. How?
So in my primary school life, right, she started involving me in her investments.
Oh, your grandmother invested.
Yeah.
Your grandmother was woke.
So she started thinking, sort of have me run her stuff. So she would take me along to the bank, and then when she was getting older and older, so I would then do those for her.
Oh, okay. So in third year, what happened? Because you're like, no, you went for this journey, you decided, I'm going for it. But like,
Yeah.
how, what, where, who? Because that's very vague.
Yeah.
Like I went for it.
So what actually happened was that I think I got a bit frustrated.
By mining.
Yeah.
By your love for rocks.
Yeah, because I went to the mines, right? So yeah, I went to the mines. I did enjoy going underground. I won't lie, and I loved all that. But I didn't see myself growing to be the person that I want to be.
In mining,
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't
Was there
think
like a
I would
ceiling that
No,
you
no,
thought
no.
you'd reach, or was it just like not for you?
No, I just thought I wouldn't add as much value as I want. Let me go to somewhere where I add more value, and that's in the investment space.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a tough journey getting in, so I had to make some tough decisions.
What decisions? Tell us.
Tough decisions that you're well familiar of.
But like, how did it work out? So now, here's somebody who's also frustrated,
Okay.
and they want to get in. They want to
Yeah.
make that 360 change. I'm studying, I don't know, BA, and I'm just like, no, actually, I'd rather be in the investment space, but I don't have the luxury of switching degrees into
Exactly.
investment banking or whatever it is.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Okay, so for me, I first realized that important thing that I don't have the luxury to
Just
switch to
Mm.
finance. So I thought, okay, I don't really have to study finance
Okay.
because I've met some people who are engineers, but
But
they're
the
in finance.
practicality, what were we
Practicality.
doing practically?
Firstly, I had to buy myself time.
Okay.
So I had to
The
buy
most
myself
expensive
time.
commodity.
Yes. So I had to figure out a way to buy myself time. So I extended my varsity life by
Okay.
another year.
Okay.
So I decided that I won't go to class. In the second
So shook.
semester. So the the idea was to use that 6 months of
Okay.
the remaining second semester to get myself in the industry.
While you have the resources as well.
Yes, because if I had to do class, I wouldn't be able to
Come back
because it was so
into-
tough in third year.
Yeah.
I wasn't coping with the work, so I couldn't. So I had to do some short courses,
Okay.
and I had to go job shadowing.
Oh, okay.
So job shadowing and doing a lot of research around if I want to be an investment professional, what do I need to do? That's why I started applying to fund managers,
Okay.
asset managers, and I got into a hedge fund.
Yeah.
2017, yeah. So 2017 came, and luckily I had that job with the fund manager.
With the fund manager, okay.
It made like 100 companies. I was
You
busy
were
on
literally-
LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Every person we was,
Yeah.
and it finally got into somebody that you
Yeah.
really want this.
Yeah. So the CEO replied. So it was a startup of a hedge fund.
Oh, okay.
They just broken off from a bigger hedge
Operation,
fund. Yeah.
okay.
So they started their
Basically, da 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 da. How did you eventually now pay for fees?
So I lost my bursary.
Like
So,
zero.
Yeah, 2017, zero funding until June.
Mm.
It was a difficult time because you have friends who told you not to do this.
Yeah, because you
know,
wouldn't, you'd be where you were.
And those are some of the challenges that I faced. So biggest challenge was being misunderstood by both close friends and family.
Okay.
So that was my biggest challenge. But then I guess at that time I had to learn quickly that not
You're
everyone
on
will
your own,
understand
yeah.
in time. So some people take time to understand.
Yeah.
And it's normal, right? Because we don't
We
have
all
the
have
same
different
perspective.
journeys. Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
So it wasn't wrong from their part, I can say.
Mm.
But at home, yeah, my father was not happy at all.
Because I send you to varsity.
Because he really,
And then when you peace,
Yeah,
Ghana, when
'cause-
you us.
because he really wanted an engineer. So now explaining what I want to people who didn't know what I wanted.
Yeah.
And
Who didn't even want to understand what
Exactly.
you want was a
Yeah.
bit difficult. So how did you survive that 6 months? Like
so,
what?
so stayed home for
Oh, you were
6
traveling?
months. Yeah, I was traveling
Okay.
just to cut down on costs.
On call sharp,
So I would take like few meals at dining hall just for lunch and all that.
sharp.
And yeah, so the shock was the challenge was to come up with the money. So during that 6 months, I was applying to those companies. Finally got into this hedge fund. Got it in June.
Sharp.
Yeah, got that company, started
They gave you the
working.
bursary.
Yeah, so
Okay.
they were gonna pay me, then I was gonna pay at
School, okay.
But I told them not to pay me.
Rather pay directly
Pay at
to
school.
Because I think now, guys, you can relate Maz now on his journey. He's not a robot. So, we want to speak about in terms of like entrepreneurship, right? Starting up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start here. What have you started up and that you learned? What are some things that you can be like, attending, like, don't try it this way, for example?
Okay, so what I've come to understand is that it's not just about starting up something, right? There has to be a need for what
For
you're
the
starting.
yes.
And
What
that's the-
need are you addressing?
Yeah, so and also it has to add value to whoever you're targeting.
Okay.
So it mustn't be just you wanna just make money. Because I've had friends who started with me in the journey,
Yes.
but mostly some fell off along the way because they focused on the money. And when
Aspect
the
of
money
it.
didn't come as quickly as they wanted it to, it just became a journey that.
They were just like,
Yeah,
no,
they
I'm
were-
not.
So now what I've always stressed is that put the money aside, like
Okay,
money
if
story
you.
aside, if you really wanna survive in the long term. Because if startups who spend like 10 years without any profit,
Yes,
so
without
how are you
breaking
gonna
even.
survive?
Yes.
So yeah, right now I'm just starting up a few things. So one is non-profit,
Okay.
where we're addressing the issue of students being in undergrad, wait till like the last year to start applying for jobs,
Oh,
which is like
okay.
a normal thing in
Yes,
university
yes.
because there's so much going on.
Yeah,
during
you're
that 4
busy or
years.
we are jive or whatever it is.
See, so now we just wanna instill the idea and guide them that you can start in the first year doing that job shadowing, getting that connection to industry, start developing your skills in terms of applying that practicality that that theory in practical industry. So that's Ejulico Investment Group.
Okay.
So we're doing that. It's a non-profit.
Profit, okay.
We're
How many
collaborating
students are you taking in? How?
Yeah. So this year it's been like two years running now.
Okay, congratulations.
And,
yes.
So last year we sent 4 students to Cape Town.
Oh.
To an asset manager there. So
okay.
last year we had 4 students. This year we've grown that number to 16. So
congratulations! Yes.
So we took more students, and now we have more asset managers to help us with vacation work during holidays, to have job shadowing, internships, so that the guys build up their CV with proper industry experience, so that by the time they get to industry, so like they add value, they're more employable. They don't just start off with
just starting to learn,
because it's expensive for the companies to teach them also, and
without that value
frustrating
adding for the manager or whatever.
So now also I have
what's the criteria with that, just for people? Let's say there's somebody at home that wants to join Ejulico. How do they do it? What's the criteria? How do I join it?
So we are adverts, so we don't discriminate in terms of what degree you're studying.
Okay.
So you can, as long as you have an interest in the financial markets.
Oh, financial markets. That's the one of the.
Financial markets. So we usually market ourselves on campus during the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And then we have events
around
during the year where we have industry people coming to thingy. So the requirements are just your interest.
Just about getting me to a place, but it's about getting me in it now, not just to it, like in it.
Because most student societies, they just expose you to the network.
Right?
So expose to the network, but here we get you in touch with the company.
The people that matter.
Actually put you into the company, and we make sure that you develop your skills while you're still undergrad. Because it's nice having student association with events every now and then, but there's not much face time. Also, there's not much face time as well, and there's not much care into personal development for those members. So for us, it's not just about big numbers.
It's about individually caring for that person, growing and grooming that person. Okay.
Because we've managed to put ourselves into the industry.
Okay, so you're doing it for others as well.
We wanna kind of channel the same idea as to how you can get in. I mean, I did mining, but now I'm in banking. So
the other ones you were telling us.
So other startups that I have. So we have also a mining venture. So we're just looking at mining opportunities. I haven't given up mining. So still have mining.
Just disclaimer out there.
And also fintech. I also have a fintech startup where I'm trying to come up with a different way of raising funding. Because for most companies starting up, it's the first thing that they worry about, like you said, their capital. So having a different platform for raising, I think it's needed in the economy that we're in, because everyone's talking about how SMMEs are gonna be the job creators.
Yes, we should be employing 90% of the economy.
But now we face different challenges because first banks won't fund us because
we are high risk.
It's understandable, high risk and all that, and it's little revenue, so
for them
they can't take such on their balance sheet. And also it's difficult to get government funding because of so many other different things that
we all know what it is.
Also,
how is it different from the normal venture capitalist we see? Who are you targeting? Do you understand what I mean? How are you transforming the system by which we are trying to get funding in? As you said, Huti, as startups, it's so difficult to get funding, whether the state won't help us for their own reasons. We can't run to corporate because that's debt financing, and we really don't have the money. We don't have surety to put down, do you understand? We don't have land to put down So how is it different? How are you providing different funding? How are you providing funding that's tailored to the African entrepreneur?
So it's mostly from the question of like every time I get this question, DK, where can I invest? Who can I invest with and all that.
Okay.
And it's mostly people who are just starting to work or they're getting like that extra nyana that they have at the end of the budget.
Yeah.
See,
Like
that-
3,000
exactly.
extra.
So what I realize is that 3,000 or that 1,000 adds so much value to a younger company than it does to buying shares of an existing company that's on the JSE. Because those guys are running big balance sheets. So what's 1,000 rands to them?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to
Whereas someone like Utandega.
yeah, I see. And so what I've realized is that the best funding that a startup could get initially is from friends and family.
Yes,
Because
that's true.
those people understand you,
They believe in
they
you.
believe in you, they know you first before they can even understand the business.
Yes.
So
They're buying Utandega,
yes,
not.
exactly.
Yes,
So they wouldn't require a lot of collateral and all that. See. But what I've also come to see is that young people now who are starting to work, in as much as they don't have a lot of money to invest, but they want something at the end of the month to put in and stuff. And there isn't many products out there that can cater for such.
Okay.
So big companies do have some tax-free investments,
But that's
but
really, yeah.
they don't really. Firstly, people don't really
Almost
understand them,
7%.
and people don't really like. They're not happy with those returns. Personally, I'm not.
I'm also not.
I'm not doing
That's
it.
why I closed it.
Yeah, because I tried it out first. But anyway, back to this point. So there's so many startups that are coming up around us. So either it could be a friend or it could be your family, it could be a brother or someone. So why not have a platform that can connect both those who need funding and those who want to invest in something different.
Okay.
So those could be your guys who have like 500 rand extra every month or 1,000 rand extra.
So how do we?
So now imagine you starting up a portfolio. You as an individual starting up a portfolio of different startups, right? So like you putting in 1,000 rand there. You're not sure which one's gonna work.
Yeah.
Or you're not sure if it's gonna think. But just imagine how you could get in that in into something that can
be really big.
Really big.
So are they coming in as debt finances, equity?
So
How
yeah.
we
So
and the
what
risk, let's also speak about the risk. With startups were high risk.
So what we're trying to do is come up with a framework that's not too traditional.
Okay, please.
As to
Please.
because there's like that banking one where it's like you must have made so much revenue.
Yes, in order to
and all
qualify.
that, yeah.
Yes.
So it's mostly like 1 million rands revenue, and we're seeing a lot of crowdfunding coming up. So we're trying to do crowdfunding in a more professional way,
Controlled way.
in a more controlled way that can be easily regulated.
Okay.
Because in as much as regulation hasn't catered for this type of market like crowdfunding and all that and fintech, we're trying to be trailblazers in that. We're leading the space towards it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And
getting
an
to
unregulated place is the best place to be for an entrepreneur.
so now as to how we manage all that risk and all, we try to comply with the existing regulation.
Okay.
So if you look at the Companies Act of 2008, so it has all the provisions that a company can do and cannot do. So how a company can issue shares for funding, or other instruments other than shares.
Shares, yes.
So you can issue debt instruments and all that. So over time we're trying to
make all of that.
Yeah, like we're trying to make that knowledge more understandable to the startups, because startups aren't really familiar with those things.
I didn't even know that. I'm go read the Companies Act. I didn't know.
So we're trying to bring in that professionalism and that institutionalism into startups, because one day those guys will want to list on the JSE stock exchange, and why not start having that culture right now?
Knowledge right now.
That knowledge, that the way of doing business kind of thing. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's what you say, it's a work in progress in terms of looking
Yeah.
at the risk the person, so I
Yes.
as an investor would put in, how you
Yeah.
handle my, okay,
So essentially right now,
plug guys.
what we're gonna do initially, because we still don't have regulation that will cater for us. So right now we have our platform that's in development. So the prototype is coming out in July.
You heard
It's
that, you
coming out
first
in
heard it
July.
here guys.
It's coming out in July, and we're gonna start it with a few of businesses that we've invested our money in,
Okay.
and also where they have their own investors.
Okay.
So they have maybe issued shares to a couple of
To a couple
friends.
of people,
So we have
okay.
them that are gonna test the platform. So it'll just be a private thing for now.
For now.
So individuals will get links to download the app and the web app, and they will do that interaction there with the company,
Oh,
with the investor. So it will just be
this sounds interesting.
ring-fenced like that. Then
But
in
going
future-
forward here, Mutandega,
Yeah.
I've got Alkabu,
yeah,
and I want investors, guys.
yeah.
Now, kunya shorter. Just like 10,000. How do I do this?
So
What do I need to do this?
So in future, luckily for us, we started early. We started 2 years by FSB / FSCA. They now collaborating with the Reserve Bank to create an innovation hub
Okay.
where they're going to try incubate the fintechs and sort of learn from them as to how they can change
The spaces.
current regulation into catering for them. So they will. So like for example, for us, we want to test this model, right? So we'll be testing it under a controlled, regulated space where we are in talks with them, so that so that we don't breach any of their current regulation. So we're gonna take this testing to that next year, because they're gonna start the investment hub next year. So their investment hub is, the regulation hub is there in countries like the US and in countries in Europe. So it's a new thing in Africa.
In Africa.
Yeah, and we want to take that to Africa, because we know Africa has a lot of youth, and youth always start
They want to
something
change,
new.
we want to change.
Yeah, so in future, as Tandela, you can probably find us on our website and be able to download our app once regulation is catered for us.
Okay, as you said, it's going to get regulated by whoever, and you're going to have a set list of, before as a business you come in with us, you need to be registered, tax number,
And we'll help you with that process.
With that process as well. Okay, what I've seen with some of these innovation hubs, for example, I don't want to call names, but what I've seen with some of these funds, almost said the name, but what I see with these funds, right, is one of the prerequisites is come in with a certain revenue. Do you understand that you're already making? We need to see that. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm starting up. I'm 3 months old, but I mean I need to. Not that I need funding, but I also just need to get the traction going. My revenue right now is sitting at 8,000 by Fetu. Do I still qualify for this?
Yeah.
Do I still get in?
So for us, it doesn't really matter whether
Where you
you're
are.
pre-revenue or
Okay, or you've already
during
started.
revenue. Yeah. For us, it's just about we just want to give you the platform to try your idea. Obviously, there's a risk of you failing, but how then do we mitigate that risk?
Yes.
So obviously, there'll be measures in place for that. So we'll do a due diligence before this company can list on our platform and access our investors who are individuals. So for us, we must do a DD, due diligence on the individual themselves, so that there isn't money laundering.
Okay.
2, we must do due diligence on the business. So all we're trying to do is just give you all the funding that you want
Okay.
through accessing this platform. But you also allow you to market yourself to this platform so that you're as appealing as possible. Revenue is not.
It's not sure.
It's not a concern, because we're a startup ourselves. We do understand that.
You might not. Yeah, it'll come years after.
Yeah.
Okay, now that we're in this space, there's a question that I've just been lingering, it's been bothering me, and I need somebody to discuss it with. A mind to discuss this question.
I might not have the answer.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's a discussion. I don't think anyone at this point has, can give us a solid answer to this question.
Yeah.
But we're both exposed to this corporate spaces or financial spaces, you understand? And we are seeing more and more, like day on day on day on day, how the products that are in these spaces aren't working for our people. How this transformation, if I can put it that way, which is more change than it is transformation, but story for another day. It's not, we are, yes, it's great that we're getting more black faces in these corporate places, but what are these black faces doing for black people, you know? So the question that I have lingering right now is, in your opinion, what you've been given this opportunity, you've been given this space, but like, how are we making things better? You know, how are we transforming this business world? Because clearly it's not working for us, these systems that came from, you know, over the seas and came to us. They're not working for the black person. Like, point in case is that thing we spoke about with bank and financing and their business model. It's not flexible enough. It's quite rigid. Like, after 3 months, if I don't pay you back, you're taking my stuff. I'm only an entrepreneur. You gave me the money knowing I must start. Do you understand? What can we do, in your opinion, in these spaces?
I think many companies are trying, and they're trying their best to kind of address this issue. Because yes, they came into a different space where some models don't work.
Yes.
But now, how then do they continue with some of those things that they want to achieve as a company, but still also be relevant to that
to the market they're in, right? Yes.
So now they are trying to kind of obviously model those and customize them to that type of market. But particularly for those individuals that are being put in place for driving that transformation, I think for as long as they're real with the status quo and not lay a blind eye and be too, how can I put it, orientated towards good image for the corporate.
Yeah, ticking boxes. Yeah, just ticking a box.
There's the usual stuff that corporates do, you know, like you find an orphanage,
which is another story. Yeah, which is another story.
I think it's and they realizing this, that they need to do more than that.
Oh yes, so you can't just give money now. Yeah.
So I think now they're trying to get even more involved with firstly understanding what needs to be done and not just come on days like Mandela Day and all that.
And then just and that's it.
So I think for the individuals that are there, you can do like many things than just the corporate related work in your personal capacity. And I've met a lot of guys who do this, who even take it upon themselves to ensure that that young guy who aspires to be in that corporate gets that proper guidance. They get that experience, mentor them. So stuff like what we do at Eduligo as well, we're linking those students with those type of people, bridging that gap of firstly not accessing the internship, firstly not getting that job, and you know all
the things that would go into officially transforming.
Yeah, so I think if for as long as we remain real and kind, because I think kindness is what
yes, it matters.
Because there's a lot of kindness that does a lot of good things in people's lives. I'm a product of that kindness, and I think the more we do that, the more we can relate to what needs to be addressed, and the better we can have those relevant products. And yeah, I mean digitally we have a lot of youth in Africa who are now comfortable with technology.
Yes.
So I think what we're seeing as well, corporates, they're trying to go more digital.
More digital.
Yeah. So they're trying to have a more digital offering for the products and all.
I'm also so about that.
So I think in as much as it's still early days for the digital thing, especially for an unequal society like South Africa. But in the future, it is
relevant, we inevitably headed there.
So yeah, I think that's what we need to be real with. Just be real with today's time. In today's time, we need 1, 2, 3 because of these social dynamics. So let's not lay blind eye and take a blanket approach
into
with
yeah.
approaching everything in terms of helping them get funded, or helping them get a job. Yeah, so those
our approach has to
internship
be
models
more-
and all that, I don't think they would work. And
It was a nice chat, Dixie.
yeah.
And I'm done probing you with my 21 question.
Are we done?
Yeah, because we spoke about all the questions in between all of these chats. So guys, our we spoke about it.
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
See, I can have a conversation, guys. I should go do this professionally. So thank you to Gitzo for joining us. And guys, you heard where you can find him. Ejuleko, I hope I said that correctly.
Yeah, Ejulico Investment Group on
Ejuli-
LinkedIn.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
For
find
all
me.
the students, if you want to make that, that change into investment, you know where to find the person, Ejuleko Group. Inbox them on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. Message them on LinkedIn, hear the reply, and take it from there. For all our entrepreneurs, there is a platform coming. We are praying. Regulations must come into. But in the meantime, guys, let's keep pushing. But it's also about your social responsibility.
Yes, to entrepreneurship.
To entrepreneurship. To solving African problems the African way, guys. Join us next time on this series as we have more entrepreneurs that are going to join us. Well, not on this seat because this is his couch, but on this platform, so we can talk about these issues. Send us questions, send us your comments, send us what you'd like to hear, questions you want to ask these entrepreneurs, and let's build Africa next time. Bye.
Cheers, guys.